Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For the final look of 2018, I wanted to do something a little more over the top than I usually do. So I went with this glittery crown look for New Year's Eve. If you like this look, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon so you never miss a video. And without further ado, let's get on with the look. Okay, first we're going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Foundation Stick in the shade 07 Neutral. I'm not going to apply a lot of this because I think I've been applying a little too much recently. So, and I want this look to be more on the natural side, even though the eye look is far from anything natural. Now to highlight the highest points of the face, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 02. And I'm going to keep this very minimal, just like we did with the foundation. Beat that face up, girl. Show that face who's boss. Now I'm gonna set where we just concealed with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder in the shade 05. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Pressed Powder. Now I'm going to contour and bronze up the face with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour Kit in the shade Light Medium. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade, this like sparkly pinkish peachy shade, and I'm going to use that for a mixture of blush and highlight. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, brows are all done and now we're gonna go and zoom in for the eye look. First I'm gonna prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. First I'm going to go in with the M535 brush in the shade Flashback right underneath the brow bone, both to highlight and to make the other colors easier to blend out. I'm going to go in with the shade Punch Me, which is a nice warmish neutral brown shade, and I'm going to put that in the crease with an M506 brush. And since the crown is going to be the main focal point of the eye, I'm going to make sure the shading goes from both this part of the crease to the outside. Now on the edges of what we just created, I'm going to take the shade Canvas, which is in the top left-hand corner of the palette. It's a nice flesh tone shade, similar to my flesh tone, and I'm just going to use that to blend that in the Flashback. Now I'm going to go in with the shade 10% Off, which is one of the bigger shades in the palette. It is right here. And it's a nice warm, not really chocolatey brown, but like a nice just warm darker brown. I'm first going to go in with the tiniest bit of that on the same M506 brush, and then I'm going to deepen it up with a smaller brush. I eventually want to work my way down to black right in the deepest part of the crease. So we're just going to keep using darker browns until we get there. And I am going to stick with more warm tone browns because cool tone colors don't really look good on me. Black does not look good on me, so I'm going to try to keep as much warmth as possible so it doesn't look that bad. Now I'm going to take an M431 brush, which is the tiniest little pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into that shade right next to it, which is called No Beans, which is a nice darker, slightly more cool toned brown, just because it is closer to black. And I'm just lightly going back and forth with this in the crease, right over that 10% off shade we used earlier. Again, we want to bring that shadow all the way to the inner corner of the crease. Now I like how that looks, but there is mostly shadow in the crease, and I do want to have the shadow continue up, so I'm going to go back in with that M506 brush and a little bit of 10% off and just increase where the shading is. Dipping back into canvas and flashback for the edges. And a little bit of Punch Me. Going back in with 10% off. Last thing, I'm going to go back in with No Beans on that M431 brush. And you don't want to press down too firmly, or else it'll create creases in the shadow and make it splotchy and not blend out as well. Now I'm going to take the shade Benny, which is directly above the black shade Spooky in the palette, and Benny is more of a lighter black, I guess. It's still a pretty dark color. It's like, I don't really know how to explain it. It's like the darkest dark chocolate color, I guess. And I'm going to take that still on that M431 brush. Going back in with that M506 brush, but with no product on it. Okay, who said I can't work with browns? I did. I just hate working with neutral colors. Like, I hate neutral looks. I don't know why. Like, colors that are similar to my skin tone that I can't see when I put on are really difficult for me to work with because I can't, like, see really what I'm doing. I know it's like the same techniques as any like colorful look, but for me, I really like to see the shadow that I'm putting on, and I don't want to just go in with a darker brown right off the bat so I can see that, you know? Like with browns, you gotta work your way to the dark side. Okay, I really like that. Now we're going to make the crown shape. I'm going to use a white concealer for this, and my concealer is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in the shade White, obviously. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe M421 brush just to create the general shape, and then to create the actual like spikes of the crown, I'm going to go in with a smaller brush like this one. This is gonna take a while. And if I get out of frame for this, I apologize, but that's just because I want the lines perfect. Right now I'm creating lines with a concealer to make a general shape for the crown, so I know where I want each little tip to end. Okay, now I like that shape. That's good. Now we're gonna fill it in. Now I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Stay in Center palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Rosary, which is a nice hot pink shimmer shade in the bottom here. Now I'm going to outline it with the Suva Beauty Hydro Liner in the shade Scrunchy, which is a nice neon pink. They are water activated, so I'm going to be right back as I put some water in it, and then I will be back, obviously. I'm going to be applying that hydro liner with a nail art tool, a little dotting tool right here, and I'm going to use the thinner side. Now I'm going to take this bigger dotting tool and some of the NYX glitter primer, and I'm going to put that right on the tips of the crown so I can add the rhinestones. Now I'm going to take some NYX gold glitter and put that underneath my eye. I'm going to put some silver stars under my eye as well. I'm going to take the shade Relic, which is in the Kat Von D Stay in Center palette. It is that nice bright ass yellow gold right here, and I'm going to use that as an inner corner highlight. And I'm going to go back into the James Charles X Morphe palette and put Ring Light right on top of that gold. Lastly, I'm going to darken up the inner and outer corner with the shade Benny. I'm gonna go to the other eye off camera, and I will be right back. I don't know what color to go with. Let's try the NYX Liquid Suede in the shade Desert First. Wow. I have lip liners. I'm stupid. So I'm going to go in with this NYX lip liner in the shade Dessert First. Now I'm going to contour my nose with the same Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit as before in an e.l.f. crease brush. Okay, instead of that lip color, I'm going to go in with the NYX Lingerie lip gloss in the shade Euro Trash. Shimmering lip gloss. Here's the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, comment what the best thing to happen to you in 2018 was, and what you plan on doing in 2019. Like always, please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!